doing something new. See how this goes. Well, this looks promising. Okay, I think if everything has gone well, and I believe that it has, we should be streaming live on this. Alright, that's excellent. Alright, so, we're playing Merfolk in Borderlands. The hell do I mean? Here we go. This is what we're doing. Today, we are a Kamena speaker. I'm playing Moze at the moment. Give this a second. I don't necessarily expect that a lot of people are gonna join at this hour, but whatever. We'll see what happens. I think. Yeah, this should be fun though. So I have an Elgato capture card. So this is new. Well, we're trying something new, and I'm hoping that this works out the way I want it to. This should be okay. So, yeah, I wanted to do this, so... this is a test of a few different things right now. One, I have a capture card set up, so I can actually record stuff off of my Xbox and my Switch. So, this is kind of a test of that, but also, it's an excuse to do a video on my new build for Borderlands. So, I play Moze in Borderlands. I'm all about that gunner life. But as you can see, we're also very much a Merfolk here. We've got those Ixalan colors going on. We are going to go and kill one of the most dangerous enemies in the game. So let's go to... what is it? Midnight's Chiron. This is going... yeah, we're going down to one of the invincible bosses. It's okay. We are going to wipe the floor with this thing. It's the plan. I'm going to go and fight Wotan the Invincible on the highest difficulty setting in the game on True Takedown. By myself. We're gonna win! That's the plan. We're gonna win, and I'm gonna show off the build that I'm using to do it. And then hopefully, as long as this goes well, then we'll be able to do more content from different stuff from off of consoles in the future. This might also make it easier. Well, I don't know maybe if it's going to be easier or not, but maybe. There's a bunch of games that I want to play that I guess I could run them off the Wii, but I don't have that up here. It's downstairs at the moment. I could bring it up. Alright. Definitely like a lot of stuff on Switch and Xbox here. Alright, so there we go. So the true takedown mode. the whole deal is with this, once you die, yeah, you don't get to just respawn. I'm by myself, so when I die, I'm fucked. And on true takedown mode is designed for 4 players. So here we are. We're on Mayhem 11. So it's the highest difficulty in the game. You know, the only difference between 10 and 11 is 11 cuts out all the BS. All of the difficulty still the same, like the damages and the health bars are the same, but without the goofy effects. So here we go. There we go. That is Mosicus. Alright, so how exactly am I accomplishing this? Well, we are going to take a look at this. So basically, you can see I have a couple radiation things equipped here. These 2 guns are totally irrelevant. They don't matter. I am only holding them because they are radiation based. It's really these two fine pieces of art that are enabling what we're about to do here. My nuclear ruthless light show and my engulfing ruthless light show. Uh-oh. Controller batteries are low. You know what? I'm gonna switch these before something bad happens. Yep. I can figure out how this works. There we go. We're fine. Look how fine we are. Alright. Yeah, everything's still okay. So, yeah, this thing. My 2 primary weapons for this are my left-hand gun and my right-hand gun. So the idea is this is a URad build. So if the anointment on these both, while under 50% health, you deal 100% bonus radiation damage, which means it's the most consistent source of extra damage out of any anointment you can have on any gun. So it just makes them both incredibly stronger. And the idea is I have one that is a radiation gun, which is the primary, and then the secondary is a corrosive one, which I will bring out whenever I'm going up against robots, because the robot armor is resistant to radiation, but it's actually weak against corrosive, so against those, the corrosive one does slightly more damage, but against everything else, the radiation one is going to be the go-to. So yeah, we're using these 2, and we're holding these 2 guns, just random radiation items, because they share the same element type as this gun, which is our primary gun, which means they'll get an extra bonus from holding it because of one of the skills that we'll see. So the artifact that I'm using is the Atom Bomb Deathless. So it is a radiation boosting artifact. This is a beautiful one. I only have a level 65 one. I have not managed to get a perfect level 72 one yet, but still, it's absolutely just amazing. Increases magazine size, increases area of effect damage, and radiation damage. And the Deathless has its normal effect of removing all of your health down to 1 and doubling your shield capacity. So we have a bonkers amount of shielding. So this is going to greatly boost our radiation damage, which, you know, as you remember, our radiation damage is already very high because of this. And the light show, remember, it does this. It does, yeah, we are going to be shooting a bunch of explosions off of this thing. So, yeah, the area of effect damage and the radiation damage boost with it matters a lot. So it's going to increase our damage from here. And then we are pairing that with a bloodletter, which is increasing our pistol damage by 40%, which this is a pistol. even though it looks, you know, it has a massive clip on it because of our skills. That seems to never run out of ammo. It is actually a pistol, so it gets plus 40% and another 30% splash damage from it. And then the other important skill is that we'll take a look at here in the red tree. It boosts up Desperate Measures by 3, which is very, very powerful. It increases our gun damage even more based on how low our health is. And remember, we only have 1 health, so we get the maximum benefit from that all the time. So, yeah, plus 3 Desperate Measures, and then, you know, like plus 40% pistol on top of that. Excellent. So our grenade, the grenade matters not at all. I haven't replaced this one yet, just because I haven't found a new one, but any regular grenade that is radiation typed with this anointment on grenade thrown, it makes all of your damage go up by 25%. That's all you need to do. You know, it just lets you throw a grenade to temporarily boost your damage by another 25% for 6 seconds, which is nice. I don't actually care about how much damage the grenade does. I mean, I will get a higher level one once I find one, but it's totally meaningless for this purpose. And then the shield that I'm pairing this all with is the Super Soldier Shield, which I have a level 72 anointed one. The shield says that anytime that your shields become full, you are invincible for 5 seconds. You get faster fire rate, some ammo regeneration, and movement speed. So it makes you very versatile. You have temporary invincibility for 5 seconds. And on its anointment makes it really, really awesome. Anytime that we use our action skill, because we're using Iron Cub, it will trigger any effects that go on shield break or fill. And it itself has an effect on shield fill, which is to make you invincible for 5 seconds. So anytime that we summon out Iron Cub, we're automatically invincible for 5 seconds just because of the anointment. So very, very good for durability. We're going to be moving around very fast. So the primary way that this build works is we are playing this kind of like Doom. We are the Doomslayer. The gameplay that this style is going to reward is to move around constantly, because we actually get more damage from moving, and we only get to heal ourselves while we're moving. So we have our ridiculously powerful radiation gun that is getting boosted by all of our equipment here. So now let's take a look at the skills that we're using for this. I have a little bit it's mostly red and green tree here, and then we have a little bit in purple and a couple points in the blue one, just mostly for increasing the damage, you know. So in this tree, we're mostly worried about just making our shield as big as possible. So thin red line is really important because it reduces your health. Since we're already wielding the Deathless, we want to have as many points in thin red line as possible. So yeah, this gives us another free 60% health basically. And since we have a shield here, it's going to get doubled by the Deathless, which is nice. Yeah, this ability is awesome. It's just free gun damage, because our shields are always going to be active. Because if our shield is not active, we are dead. So this is just a permanent plus like 15% damage. Yep. This just increases your max shield. We have to put points in something in order to get to our Desperate Measures down here. So it ends up being Drowning in Brass that we put it in. So we have a couple points with that. But yeah, killing enemies gives you extra damage. So the more enemies you kill, the more damage you're gonna do. This is actually a really important one. Anytime that you score a critical hit, you deal incendiary damage. And the incendiary is really relevant, because when you set enemies on fire, we actually can regain some of our health back, which is nice. Yeah, Desperate Measures, the most important one, is we're just getting a free plus 100 damage out of this because we're using Deathless. Force Feedback is another healing skill. So anytime we get a critical hit, we immediately start gaining health back, which is nice. So we're not going to get a whole lot of critical hits on purpose, because we're just firing bullets that are not terribly accurate, but we're firing so many bullets that we will just randomly start regenerating shield by shooting things with this, so it's nice. And then this we get just because it's on our class spot. So really this tree is just, there's a couple big damage boosts that we get, and there's a couple shield abilities that we want. For our purpose here is we want to get all the way down to this bottom here. Anytime, you know, that we're shooting, we're now regenerating ammo, so we can just go long and just like fire ammo without having to worry about it. We're constantly regenerating it because of that. So, and the Cloud of Lit's nice. Just randomly deal X additional incendiary damage and just not use ammo, so it effectively increases your clip, so you can just shoot longer. But also, you know, free fire damage, and again, fire damage matters. You know, increases incendiary damage, so all of that incendiary gets boosted up, which is nice. Anytime you score a critical hit, you regenerate some health and ammo, which is nice again, because we need all the healing we can get. The more healing we have, the longer we live. This ability is really important. Anytime that we are moving, we are dealing 24% more damage. It also increases our handling and other stuff, but the important thing is you don't want to be standing still with this. You have to be like the Doomslayer. You want to run around like an idiot, and at all times, the more you're moving, the more damage you do. You know, increase your fire rate. This is really the key that brings us all together. Being able to sprint and shoot at the same time, and when we're sprinting, we get 8% lifesteal. So, why does this matter? Well, we are dealing stupid amounts of damage with our light show, and anytime we're sprinting towards an enemy, we're gaining 8% of the damage that we're dealing back as health, which will then basically instantly fill our shield, and then will make us invincible for 5 seconds once the shield is restored. So the idea is, as long as we're sprinting towards an enemy and firing at them, we're basically invincible. The only time that we can actually get shot and die is pretty much when we're standing still. There are very, very few things that can actually pose a significant threat to us because of that. So we just have to charge at our enemies at all time while firing at them, and then we're just gaining our health back immediately. And then we have an invincibility shield. And then just increase the magazine size. You get more gun damage for the longer it is that you're shooting, and then, like I said, regenerating your ammo. So there's that one. Over here we have some interesting skills, but this one, whenever you ignite an enemy, you regenerate some health. So all of those incendiary skills that we were looking at, well, now they also cause us to gain some health back, which is nice. It gives you a little bit more. This one is probably one of the most important skills because it's a free 15% damage that scales with everything. So it actually ends up doing a lot more than you think it does because it actually scales with Mayhem. Yeah, that 15% damage is huge. Really, really massive. And it's free because your skill is always going to be cooling down. Since we're using Iron Cub, as soon as we activate it, the skill counts as being on cooldown. So as long as the icon is anything other than gold at the bottom of the screen, which is, 99.9% of the time, we have just a massive boost of damage from the skill. And then I'm also using Harmonious Havoc, which this is the one that cares about us having matching elements. So we get plus 10% damage for each element that matches, which, if you remember, we are using radiation. So we're getting another plus 30% radiation damage on our primary weapon, which is not bad. It's really just because we need to put points in it, because we'll get this skill out of it. Whenever we apply a status effect, we fire faster. So if we have a damn near infinite clip and we're firing a ton of bullets at the enemies, the only thing that can really make us do more damage is if we fire even faster. And we're applying many status effects. We have radiation, we're also applying fire, or incendiary, and we have our corrosive one too. So yeah, it's definitely pretty powerful. And then we just have we have two skills that we picked up here. This one doubles the splash damage in size. It gives you plus 30% splash damage and makes the radius like double in size sometimes. So that's still fine. But firing the Skag Den is the other like most important skill, because similar to Big Surplus here, it scales with Mayhem, if I understand it right. So yeah, whenever you deal splash damage, you deal bonus incendiary damage. So it's basically just another free 15% damage that scales massively. And, yeah, and since we are dealing lots of splash damage, it's free. So let's use it. Why not? So there we go. We've gone through this. I am actually like very far down here. I do have this effect here, which the enemies will take 5% more damage per unique status effect. So I have radiation and fire on them like most of the time, and sometimes corrosive, which is nice. That's free damage on the green tree. Really though, the one that's really important I think is Too Angry to Die. Also, emergency response I guess is sort of fine. Yeah, you can get a lot of free healing out of the blue tree, but this one is nice because it gives you tons and tons of time to kill enemies while you're dying. But it's not necessary by any means. So now we've looked at exactly what it is that we're using. So let's actually go and see what our Merfolk can do against Wotan in the True Takedown.
Intel says there's an elevator down to the lower levels. Make your way there and be ready for some heavy resistance. I'm counting on you, Vault Hunter.
Line up those rats! Resist! Whatever! Think of them! Vault Hunter's fine!
Time for a scrap.
As soon as anything hurts me, there you go. That blue shield around me is the invincibility. So as long as it's there, look at how much faster I shoot. You also see, as soon as I sprint towards him, I immediately just like get all of my health back. These things all explode when I hit them. So yeah, the trick is just never ever stop moving. Just run around like an idiot and then you'll be fine. Being able to run to sprint and shoot is really important, because that's how you get your health back. Anytime that you are not invincible, if you take any damage, all you have to do is just shoot any enemy while you're running at them, and you'll become invincible again. But yeah, let's make sure that we're summoning our subs, that way we get our free damage while the skills on cooldown. I fucking hate these things. Flying guys are annoying, but here's the thing, you don't have to be too accurate because you're just firing a million bullets. And you basically can't run out of ammo. That's the other really cool thing about this. As long as you're moving, you will not run out of ammo or health. Fucking hate death spears. They're one of the few things that can actually kill us, and it's only because they don't stay still. So it's actually hard to hit them. Alright, they're dead.
Fresh targets over here. You're done.
pay attention to make sure the cubs are.
Alright, Mama Bear's pissed!
I gave the cub the salamander weapon just that way it ignites things, because whenever the cub ignites things, I believe you also gain your health back too. So it's just sort of random freewheeling. I don't necessarily expect cub to do a lot of damage, but if it sets things on fire, that's kind of... So yeah, we're just going through all of these enemies like a knife through hot butter. There we go. Alright, the shield guys, however, they're one of the few things that are actually dangerous because they can reflect your bullets. Alright, but here we go. This is the first main boss. Look, we're just gonna fucking destroy him.
Make a Doom Squad!
Look at how just ridiculously fast he just wipes the floor with him.
Feeding the birds.
Alright, we're fine. We don't have to kill every single one of these. But we definitely can. Alright, there we go. So that was the first area here. Let's go and fight the halfway boss. I always like to activate. Oh, did you seriously follow me? I like to just jump down. Why not? There we go. Yeah, their shields will go down instantly. They have no hope. They will never, ever, ever, ever defeat me. They are not capable of it.
Back to the beginning, I become eternal. Back to the heaven. I will be avenged.
Never stop.
Slow thy roll.
Usually for them, I switch to the corrosive one because it's actually worth it, since their armor is weak to it. It's usually just the war dogs and those things that I'm concerned about their armor on. Everything else I stay on the radiation main.
Another one down.
I don't like Hilder a lot. Very dangerous because they will run at you and it's hard to get away. You really want some distance between you so that way you're not just instantly dead for them rushing you. You want some distance so you can go back and forth. Yeah. Alright, so we're down, but it's fine. All we have to do is just kill an enemy. And it's really, really easy for us to just murder all of these things. You have to be kind of careful of the cold, because the cryo damage will make it so you can't sprint. It will make it harder for you to get your health back. Can be a little dangerous. Alright, come on. Yeah, they get stuck in like their little teleporting modes every now and then, so. Once in a while that can be bad if they're attacking you, you can't actually hurt them to heal yourself. But usually it's not a concern.
Dynamite.
Yeah, you gotta have her cup. Gotta keep paying attention to that.
Mowed down by the minute.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know if you saw what happened there. I basically went down and then got back up immediately because of all the elemental damage that I was dealing. Alright. Time to end this. There we go, and that was the Valkyrie
Those are
squad.
advanced mechs, but we're after something bigger.
There's
Keep
one
going.
enemy that always gets stuck in here, so gotta
Here
make sure
we
to
go.
kill it when you're done. Anything I care about? Not particularly. No, not really. Nope. Most of the guns here, I don't really care too much about. So, gotten halfway through. And we've also barely, like, used any ammo. We'll regenerate ammo in our current clip, but it is possible to deplete your ammo down, but, like, we have barely used any at all. So, on to the second half.
Get good or get dead, scrub.
Ideally, you want to focus on these triage commando guys, because they will heal everyone else, so they can just be kind of a pain in the ass if you don't. Never stop, always move, always kill.
Yeah, bitches!
Oh fuck. That was a really bad spot for that to happen. Alright. Maybe if we can kill this guy fast enough. Oh, that was really, really close. Because we were actually very
There's my
far
next
away
kill.
from him. We got caught up in the splash damage and killing him. Fuck, nope. That's the only way they can really hurt me is by reflecting my own damage back. So. If you kill enough enemies, though, like, your fight for your life meter will go back up over time. You just can't go into it too often, otherwise, the bar will be almost empty. We tend to have a lot of fight for your lifetime, so we area. Yeah, it's these stupid, like, the two enemies I'm concerned with are the repulse guys and the death spears. Everything else is not. I guess the hack hounds are also kind of a problem because they can eat your shield.
Let's go!
You are slightly weak to shock damage because you're on a shield only build, but normally it's not a serious problem because you just have like a bajillion health anyway. Alright, now here, we're going to be spending a little bit of time. There's like a million enemies.
Hell yeah!
Some of these enemies are a little bit dangerous. There will be like a ton of death here. If we can navigate through that, we'll be okay.
Try to keep up.
Normally I try to kill all the stuff on the ground first before I worry about the death spheres. If you have an opportunity to take one out, you should. Just because they're fucking awful to try to chase down. Well, especially when you're dying. Yeah, hack hounds take priority. You want to kill them. Go. Get die. Alright.
You think I need iron come to kill you?
Uh-oh. That's bad.
Popping off!
Death spear down. The war dogs are kind of a pain in the ass because they will run away. And when you're trying to kill them for getting back up, it can be really dangerous. So. Oh god.
Firing pattern found. Initializing.
Looks like we're gonna be okay here. Uh-oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, alright, we're good. Alright, yeah, we're fine. The death spheres are dead. The rest of this is not a problem. Once the death spheres are gone, you are good.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I can kill any of these guys at any time. Not particularly concerning. I can just kind of stand back here and just spray the entire area at once.
Merfolk time! Nobody breaks my bear and gets away with it! Cut him down, cub!
Oh, there's another flying guy. They're not very tough, it's just they're annoying to hit because they're in the air and they move around a lot. Lag for a second. Fine. Beautiful. Shield goes down, so you can start murdering these things. I have not thrown a single grenade so far because it hasn't really been necessary. So, like, I could even increase my damage a little bit more than I am. Boom. And just like that, we have killed all the regular enemies. So we are now in the final area of the takedown. And we've used, like, no ammo in our stockpile at all. There we go. The Ragnarok command. There it is, that's our arena. This is our theater of war, as it were. So let's hop down. Here goes Wotan, the Invincible, on Mayhem 11 True Takedown mode. If you are just joining us, this is the fun part. This is where Merfolk takes out Affinity.
Definitely your target. Light that giant bastard up.
That's an Arcbound Ravager right there. Alright. So, step one, kill all of these guys.
Feeling it! You killed the cub? Blood
I don't care if, yeah, the cub surviving
I
is
love
not
my big
critical
old
at all.
bear.
But Wotan can't hurt you over here or in this area, and the only thing that comes at you immediately are these commando guys. So just take them out. They're really pathetically weak. There we go. He only summons a couple people. So now we have to take down Wotan's shield. His shields are pathetically weak. His armor is a little bit stronger. But he does summon all these enemies. Which you really want to focus on killing as quickly as possible. going to chase you the entire time. So. Kind of important to keep your distance from Wotan. Usually I like to try to pick off as many of these things in this corner as I can. Run over here and taking out these things as quickly as possible. The war dogs run around the most, so I'm more inclined to kill them. They're the most dangerous thing here. Right. Now Wotan is kind of clear on their own, so keep distance, because the thing is, it moves really slow, but it does a lot of damage, so as long as you keep your distance from it, you're going to be fine. And remember, you can always sprint towards it at any given point in order to start getting health back. But the thing is, I want to lure it over to this corner because this is usually the best spot to fight it. For this next area, you want it kind of out of the way. So just let it walk over here. Second, now he's gonna drop the shield. There we go. Now we enter phase 2. So he's gonna shoot these missiles, which basically if this missile hits you, you will probably die. So don't get hit by the missiles. He's got a rotating shield on him, but that's fine. We're not worried about Wotan right now, we're worried about these mechs that it's summoning. Because there's a lot of them and we need to deal with them. They will deal an incredible amount of damage.
How's that body count?
So yeah, having that invincibility there really helps. Uh-oh. Fortunately, these things will die pretty quickly to the radiation light show. And as long as you're sprinting at them while you're shooting them, you're pretty much fine. If you do happen to go down while you're killing them, it's not that big a deal. Whoa! Yeah, I got hit by a Wotan missile. Definitely don't want to be standing in the red circles. We're almost out of this phase. Don't get hit by the missiles here. And as soon as the shield rotates towards us, we're going to activate the next part of this phase. Now he's gonna jump up on these things. We want to get his health to half as quickly as possible. Because he's gonna summon miniature flying robot guys, and they are all very dangerous. him to die, or get to half so he stops throwing missiles at me. Then I can worry about these things.
See ya.
The stingers are the most dangerous ones, so you should try to focus on them and give them a choice. Because they do the most damage. The overseers are just kind of dumb. Ignore them for the most part. Alright. They're all clear. Gotta be very careful here. Yikes. That was a little dangerous. The thing is, you don't want to shoot him too much because you want a chance to kill some of these things before you go to the next part. Because he's gonna summon a bunch of this Kraken. And I would much prefer to do it without being shot at by like a million enemies.
I'm on a freaking roll!
Yeah, the cryo makes it a little bit harder to evade these things, but fine. Alright. Oh god. Nope, nope, you don't want to be standing there. I'm just gonna switch to one of the other weapons so I have a little bit more control. Because they're not gonna deal nearly as much damage to me. His shield is pathetically weak. I just want it below half, but I don't want it to trigger immediately. Because I want a chance to deal with these before we get to the final phase. Oh, fuck. Oh god. Yeah, you have to be very, very careful. They don't take a lot of damage, but they fire the missiles, and the missiles are what's super dangerous. Because they can still down you basically.
My mech against the world! You broke baby bear!
There's one more. Almost. Alright, now we go for the kill. So I want to be in this upper corner for this part. Oh god. I think I may have just fucked myself. Nope, nope, okay, there's a stinger. I can kill this thing. I really want to be over here so I can focus on shooting this. This thing will do devastating damage if you don't actually kill it fast. We just need to trade into an end game that we can win. Here we go. This will lob grenades at you, and the grenades are just as dangerous as the missiles were. So just basically don't get hit by a grenade here and you're fine. You can just shoot it from across the arena with this and it'll be okay. Oh god. No, that was a fuck up. Alright, we're racing now. We have to try to kill him before our fight to the life meter runs out, which is going to be really close. Ah!
Takedown in the bag. Back it up.
Alright, and then immediately shoot all the legs once it's dead.
Ass kicking will make Maliwan think twice
Because
before
when
they
you
come at
when you
us
blow up
again.
the legs, it drops extra legendaries. Alright. We killed the little head that was running around. So. That is the power of Mozakis the Invincible. Oh my god, now we have like a bajillion legendaries flying all around, so let's go and take a look here. Yep. Let's collect our loot. Redistributors are fun. You can make some fun builds with those things. Elemental Projector Victory Rush. I think that's actually pretty good, isn't it? It has radiation damage on it. It's alright. I don't normally use elemental projectors. Oh, we have a Kibsworth. I love the Kibsworth. One of my previous builds with the Deathless involved using the Transformer and shock Kibsworth, so that way you could just keep healing yourself by shooting the ground. Here, loaded dice. Ideally, for artifacts, you want to try to get more offensive capabilities on them. Oh, the companion. Oh yeah, that's the Firefly gun. Where is it? This is the one. Yeah, it's Mal's revolver from Firefly. Actually, this is kind of cool because I needed a new one to put on my wall. Yeah, this is one of the guns I have displayed in Sanctuary. But I don't have a level 72 one to put on the wall yet. There we go. The rest of this is just nonsense, it doesn't matter. We'll just pick it up to sell it. Take as much as we can. Generally just prioritize picking up the purple things over everything else. So usually just worth more money. Not that you necessarily need a whole lot of money once you get to this point, but I already have all like the upgrades. Alright, inventory's full. Here we go. We got the Walk of Pride back to God's Gallows. If you look on the map, that's this area is it's the God's Gallows. What were we doing? Yeah, here. Guardian rank. Sure. I am working right now on getting to this point, which, I mean, this is actually not bad, because since you're stuck in Fight for Your Life, I'm giving you 50% more time to try to get out of it. It's definitely going to increase survivability by a lot. Whereas this ability's okay. This is totally useless because slams are pointless in this game for the most part. So, did I level up this at all? I did. Let's see what we get. we got a random key. Alright. Let's take this stuff back to Sanctuary here. So, yeah, I was, the takedown on Mayhem 11 True Takedown mode, soloing. So you can see, definitely Deathless Moze still has something to offer to this game. I really like the URad build. I like the style of gameplay where it's basically like Doom. Yeah, because you want to be very, very aggressive, running around, shooting things basically all the time. Stopping is death, moving is life. That's the key to success with this. Yeah, wow. I could run ad breaks in this. That's interesting. I have no intention of doing that, but apparently there's a button here that lets me do it. We've been doing this for just about an hour now. We'll clean up our inventory here, and I'll put my new gun on the wall. And you know what? We might have time. I have to see how much iridium I have. I might be able to try fighting Vernivorous. Vernivorous does not take as long. Because you don't have to like go through an area, you just go to fight him immediately.
You've got enemies, and I've got ammo.
Well, that's the anointment we need, but it doesn't have the correct element type. We want that anointment, except with radiation.
I used to have
Most
one
of these
just like
legendaries
that.
are not things that I generally use, so I just like sell them. I don't know if I actually have one of these in my bank.
Everyone has their price.
So redistributor I like a lot, so keep that. Sure, I don't think I have a Vanquisher at the moment. I hate the bear cat. I don't really like that
Support
one.
local business. Sell to Marcus.
Yeah, that one's pointless.
Have some money. Now why not spend it?
Firestorm. Yeah, that's nice.
No questions asked.
This one I'm sure that I am never going to use. So let's go put the rest away. Right now I only have a level 51 on my wall. Let's upgrade this with our new shiny one. There we go, now we have a level 72. You can't take the sky from me. Yeah. So some of the other ones I have here, the Breath of the Dying. This one is the Diablo 2 gun. Which it is just the rune word for Breath of the Dying, so that's, yeah, Vex L. Or Vex Heal L Zod F. Takes 2 high runes in order to make it. And ideally you want to put it in an F Zerker Axe for maximum effect. Looking forward to Diablo Resurrection. I'm definitely going to be playing some of that. One here. Yeah, the Speed Load and Hellwalker. This is the Doom gun. Actually, I'll take this for a second just because if you have never seen this gun before, and this is actually really cool. So every time that you shoot this gun, it actually it plays one note of BFG Division. So you get those, you get the Mick Gordon riffs on here. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to infinitely shoot this gun. But if there was, theoretically, if you just held the fire button on it, it would just play the BFG Division song. So. Also, I don't know if you can quite tell here. It fires a pentagram of bullets. I don't know if there's a good place to shoot this where you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's bullet patterns of pentagram. And this is the gun from the Doom game, so it's the super shotgun. I like it. So that's why I choose to put this one on here. And it's the most honorary gun for this build because we're focused on doing it like Doom. The Nuclear Jericho. This is from Iron Man. The weapon you only need to fire once. The Star Krakatoa. This one I believe is the SpongeBob one, right? Where, yeah, get him angry and he's bound to erupt. Then here, Black Hole, this is the Spaceballs one. Moxie's Bouncing Parrot, this is the Pokemon one because it's for Team Rocket. And I also have the Cosmic Crater here is the Space Jam relic. And then over here, I have the Handsome Jackhammer. I actually really like this. This is one of my favorite quotes from any character. I really do like identify with this. Everyone does think they're the hero of their own story. So, yeah, those are the items I choose to keep in my wall. And then my decorations, I have my like mind orbs here. This is actually cool because we just fought Wotan. This is Wotan's head. So you can activate it and it makes his little Wotan shield around it. And then over in this wall I keep the guitar. Because the guitar is one of the only items that you can actually interact with, like the Wotan head. When you use it, it plays a random guitar riff. Let me check. How much iridium do I have? I think I have enough for this to do this one time, because I think it's 500. If I can just remember where it is. No, it's on Pandora. Alright, I have to find out, because I want to fight for Niverus before we end this. So actually, I tested fighting on the true takedown, but I'm pretty sure that we'll also do very well against Vernivorous. Let me find the location. Come on. I'm trying to find this on my phone right now so I don't have to screw around with it on my PC. Or I'm sorry, yeah, the Vernivorous appears alongside Hemovorous. That might be why. Was it the Dark Thirst domain? It's an Ascension Bluff, that's what I've... Alright. And which side is it that's easiest to get to? I guess here. Alright, we're going. I think I know where it is here. Yeah, okay. We got this. Let's go. We've killed one invincible boss. Let's go kill one more, and then we'll call it a day. So, this build is also really, really good in, like, the slaughter shaft areas, like Slaughter Star, and all those places. You can use it to grind iridium pretty well. Just tear through the enemies. I had to. I did that a whole bunch so that way I could keep getting iridium to re-roll my light shows and my super soldier shield with the anointments that I wanted. So it's 250 a re-roll is a pretty steep price. I went through probably a good like 10 to 15,000 iridium just trying to get them rolled the correct way. There we go. Over here. If there's a thing, I should be checking to see if I can find a new grenade.
Peace of mind.
Just because, like, it's possible that, you know, the one that I want will spawn in a vending machine. So I should just be in the habit of checking it each time.
Armor, check. Guns, check. Speed.
I have the police car hover bike. Actually, I should mark on the map here where I'm going. It's this spot over here. Actually, I think once you get out of it and then you get back in it when it's like this, then you can activate its hover effect. Yeah. See, now I can just, like, do this. Emergency! What's the best way up there?
First kill of the day.
Oh, no, I should be able to get to it from down here, alright.
My brain's over.
Fuck. Alright, yeah, we can get out and walk here. So, the Varkid here are kind of a warning as to what's going to happen. So for a long time, there was actually a door here to this area, and there wasn't an area programmed behind it. This is one of the more recent things that happened in the development cycle for this. They added the invincible boss to this area, so anybody who's played Borderlands 2 will remember Vernivorous the Invincible. That's what happens when you let a Varkid level up in the pod until it gets to the final state. It's extremely dangerous.
Bullets and bombs.
But in this one, we have Hemivorous. Oh no, look, here's another iridium thing. Alright, it's 500, so I have enough to try this once right now. nothing over here. It's just more ammo. You just have to fall down here. There's a Varkid's nest at the bottom of this thing. And that's where we find our prize. One of the most dangerous creatures in the game. Here's the last bit of light that we're going to see for quite a while. You can see Lilith's Phoenix Moon here. Alright. This is the point of no return. So, we start off simple enough. We're just fighting the mysterious Varkid. There's a Hemivorous larva. Now the fire damage that we're doing, or the incendiary on top of it, is going to help a little bit at killing this thing. Yeah, but it would also help if I had this cut out. So every time we kill him, he's going to level up through the Varkid life stage. Now, he's an adult. Which is fine, you know, it's just like a regular enemy.
Just feeding the birds.
Now he's a badass. Now he starts to have armor. So this is where things like... We do mostly radiation damage, so here we're going to have to switch over to the corrosive gun. This isn't quite as strong, but we'll be okay.
Go, Iron Bear!
Not too bad, he's just a regular badass, you know, nothing to be concerned about yet. Now he's a super badass. Got 2 health bars. Alright, you know, it should be slightly concerning now. Still, nothing we can't handle, right?
Time to feed!
No, he's flying up in the air, which is kind of annoying. Alright. There we go. Oh, now he's an invincible boss. And he has a friend. So we see Vernivorous make an appearance right alongside him. So I usually try to kill Vernivorous first. Oh, fuck. And it's really, really easy to go down in this area. If you do, you have to find like a random thing that
Here we go. Top is popping off!
you have to try to keep your distance a little bit from this thing. And yeah, it is gonna keep throwing insanely dangerous rock spikes at you. Once you can get rid of the armor, it's actually really easy to go through the health bar. It's just all of its health is front-loaded in this armor. And it's also way easier to kill it, or these things, once there's only one of them. Oh, fuck. Ow.
That's the way, boo! Come get some!
Alright. Should be able to rip through this really quickly now. Hopefully Hemovorus won't get in the way too much while I'm dealing with this guy.
What's that? Couldn't hear you over all this awesome! Check out that body count!
Ow. One is down. Now we can focus on the other one. Shouldn't be too hard from this point. Just have to keep our distance and not get caught up by the really dangerous attack. If we keep our invincibility through his main attack, we'll be alright. I believe now once he gets to half health, he'll start flying around. I am occasionally lobbing grenades at him just so that I can increase the
I'm on a freaking roll! Iron Cub's got claws!
Ow. I got caught up reloading.
Welcome to the kill zone.
His armor's almost gone. Once we get rid of the armor, getting rid of the health is not it's not that big a deal. Alright. Now we can switch to our primary gun, which is like the more powerful one. Look at how much more damage we do with this. Because he doesn't have radiation
Right.
resistance on his
Don't become blood spewed!
Die! That's probably not where I want to be standing.
Yeah, bitches!
We are almost there. Boom! Alright, let's clean up all these things. And that is how it's done. Now we just have to collect our loot. I usually just run through to pick up all the iridium and money first. Alright, let's see, what do we get? A Rough Rider. Stormfront Grenade. Oh. The Company Man is actually, I think we get one of his more interesting drops. If you want to dedicate yourself to a particular weapon, actually is pretty strong. There's a Torg one. Yeah, you get more money this way. And a Revolter. Okay. Oh, we have one more. Baby Maker. I don't really use this gun a lot. But there we go. There we go. Now we have successfully murdered another invincible boss. I am not going to do the Guardian takedown here because I fucking hate the Guardian takedown. Mostly because I think that it's like a terrible, miserable excuse for level design, and there's like a bajillion immunity phases and all the things that you fight there, which is just not fun. And also, it should not have platforming, and it's an area of the game that has platforming where if you die, you have to start the level over, and sometimes the platforms randomly just don't work. So, as far as I'm concerned, the Guardian takedown just doesn't exist in this game. It is completely worthless. It is a gameplay experience that you should just not trifle yourself with. Yeah, just totally miserable. The crystals are kind of a pain in the ass to defend on your own. So you're playing like a King of the Hill style game, except you have to defend 3 hills at the same time. So doing it by yourself is just very, very hard, because it's not just a matter of actually killing the enemies. You have to kill the enemies like in multiple areas at the same time. Yeah, it's just really annoying. And like I said, the platforming at the end is just like the cherry on top of the shit sundae. Actually killing the bosses is not that hard. It's just that it takes forever because they have like 12 immunity phases. Like every time they lose like 1/8 of their health or whatever, and on like each health bar they like go into a new immunity phase, and it's like, come on. Like Wotan has some immunity phases, but I mean, it's still a really interesting fight overall. Like, most of the time, the immunity is very short-lived, so I can enjoy it. I think Wotan in the Malawan takedown is really fun to fight, Vernivorous is a really fun, quick thing to fight. The Guardian takedown, not so much. Actually, I guess we could go kill Valhalla if we want. Yeah, that boss is actually kind of fun to fight too. Also, this is the right anointment on this grenade, but it is not the correct element. We need radiation.
Have some money. Now why not spend it? No questions asked.
Let's go put these away. And we'll go loot Valhalla. Why not? That won't take very long. We can also show off some of the cool things in Valhalla from that DLC. So here we are going to Krieg's Mind. This will be the last thing that we do in this. So yeah, hopefully you can see, like, this build is ridiculously powerful. It's really fun to play too. So like I said, you have that, like, kind of Doom mechanic where movement is key to survival. You move around a lot, then you'll live. If you don't move around very much, then you're going to get murdered. So it encourages you to keep engaging all over the place. Alright. So you might notice there's these things here. You want to shoot them. I guess I'll use this gun for this. Doesn't really matter. When you turn them green, it has the effect of... it's gonna enable us to get to Valhalla later. So there's 3 in this area. I believe there's 3 in this area. That's 1. It's 2. I think it's on the back side of this. Oh, yeah, there.
You've got enemies, and I've got ammo.
Alright. Let's go.
You're in for it now!
See, I like that he's just wielding like a cage on a stick. This area is also destructible. So if he actually hits any of these pillars with this, he will destroy them. Oh god. And he cannot be in here. That's it. He's had enough of our shit. I'm used to summoning bandits riding rockets now. Let's go!
You can't hold it for long. Take your shot.
There we go. Ta-da! Now, first of all, let's pick up our... We already have a Psycho Reaper trophy, so that's not a big deal. But, you notice there are more of these things in here, so... Did get that one, and we need to get this one. Alright. Here we go, we're gonna go loot Vault Tala. Damn it.
Alright, Cub, my turn.
You only get a limited time to open the chests. Oh! Gimme! Alright. It's fine. However, we are not done with this yet. There is still one more thing we have to do over here. We have to kill this one. Because now the true way to Valhalla is open. Alright. So if you see in here... there's some outside here that I can shoot to. This one. I think we got them, right? I don't think I'm missing anything. When you shoot all of these things, then this door opens up. Damn it. Did I miss one? Where the hell did I miss one? I don't think that I did. Where is it? I wanna do Valhalla. is that it? Am I good? Alright, sorry. I don't do this often, so there's a little bit of a learning process to this. I need this one. This one takes me over here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was missing. I think you have to do the slam in that thing to activate that one. Okay. So here we go. Now we've shot all of those things. Now here is Valhalla room number 2. And there is a third room here that you can open, but you have to hit all of these little guys that we're going to find here in a second. Let's first of all open up our treasure chest from here. There's no time limit on this area. You can kind of see on the map right away if there's a legendary item in the chest or not. Hell Shock. This item's... I like the Hell Shock. It's a fun weapon. So, let's start from the beginning here. You know what, I think those indicators are just to let you know how close you are to this. Alright, so first one right here. Is that one. And if you come over here, there's that one. And then there's another one over here. There we go. So we got those. Next. Let's get up here. There's one over here. There's one up here. There's one here. Then if you look over here, this is one. That's one. That's one. And I think the last one is over here. Yep, and the last one's right there. And then that... Was that it? No. I think we're... Are we missing one still? Which ones are we missing? Oh, no, sorry. There's another one on each side here. That one and that one. There we go. Now we've unlocked the final room of Valhalla. Up to one more. We got a barrage out of that one. Okay, that's fine. There we go. So that's Valhalla. There's tons and tons of treasure chests to come in here and collect for, you know, killing the final boss in this area. And it's relatively easy to do it, so yeah, I like it. It's fun. Anyway, that's all that there is in here. There's nothing else left. So, yeah, we can just return to Sanctuary then. So there we go. That is the power of Mozicus the Invincible using our Deathless build. Yeah, very, very strong. Obviously, just like making short work of Mayhem 11, like there's nothing to it at all. We're just absolutely bodying everything that comes in our way. Even doing stuff on true takedown mode. Yeah, absolutely incredible. It's really fun. I enjoy it. Very powerful. I don't know what else to say. Very Merfolky, because, you know, we have our Merfolk outfit. We're a Kumena speaker. bring it up in just a second as soon as this loads. Yeah, I love playing Borderlands 3. I know the story is like, yeah, there's some really kind of parts of the story to this, but mechanically it's really fun. I enjoyed playing as Moze the Gunner. The first game I played in Borderlands 1, I played as Brick. It was, yeah, just running around punching things. In Borderlands 2, I played as Salvador, the Gunzerker. In pre-sequel, I played as Nisha, the Lawbringer, and then, yeah, this one I'm playing as Moze, so. But, here we are. It's our Merfolk, our Kamena speaker. You know, we got all of our Ixalan colors here. Yeah, really, like, the light show is a very, very top-tier gun. Will absolutely just wreck everyone. So, I hope everybody, you know, enjoyed this. It was a nice little change of pace. It was a pretty good test of our capture card stuff, so hopefully we'll do more stuff like this. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I don't know what the next thing I'm going to do is yet. Now that I have the capture card working, my plans might change slightly. I still want to do Pokemon Silver, but I might put that off, hedging against the possibility that it comes to Switch at some point in the near future. It seems like that's something that could reasonably happen. I'm not sure yet, so... I also... There's a few different versions of it, and I'm not sure which one I want to play, so... It's definitely going to happen at some point, I just don't know exactly when or what version. So, I have to figure that out, but... yeah, that's all I got for now, so everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. This was Merfolk in Borderlands. Just taking things out with our Deathless build. I hope you enjoy it, everybody. I'll see you again next time.